You guys. Okay. Hello, my name is Mary Gyrus, and I'm here to inform you about the importance of parental guidance in a child's life. Without parental guidance, how can we expect our children to reach their full potential? I have found through research that children whose parents are involved in their lives receive better grades in school, have better self-esteem, are more self-disciplined, and are less likely to drop out of school. By being a student who recently started college, I found it very beneficial to have my parents' emotional and financial support in the transition. Parents need to understand that their child look to them for guidance in growing, developing, and experiencing new things. Parental involvement in a child's life is very important and needs to be taken seriously in order for a child to develop correctly. The purpose of this presentation is to inform you that parental guidance is important for a child's school life, personal life, and developmental skills. The first issue is that many children lacking parental guidance have issues in school. The first two issues include grades and behavior. U.S. News shows that 23% of children reported quitting school as a result to lack of support and encouragement from their parents. National Center of Education Statistics surveyed 25,000 students, the same ones for 3 different years, and these scores showed that parental involvement correlates with high GPAs. The children had more parental involvement, so their GPAs were higher. As students get older, parental involvement decreases. This is good for learning independence, but the students still need advice and support of their parents. In 2003, U.S. Department of Education showed that children at age 9 have 70% of parents reporting having moderate to high levels of involvement in their school activities. At the age of 14, this rate drops to 55% and continues to drop. At 14, the children are still developing and need more than just half their parents' attention to avoid problems. Without guidance, the Department of Education shows that students will focus more on distractions like their cell phone, TVs, and computers rather than their schoolwork. They may not get into college because their parents did not help in choosing proper classes, which can affect their major and may not get them where they want to be. Children may slip in school, and their parents may not realize that they're slipping, which causes the child problems and may not allow them to graduate. Child Trends data bank shows that students with parents who are involved in their school tend to have fewer behavioral problems, better academic performance, and are more likely to complete high school than their peers who don't have as much parental guidance. Lack of parental guidance causes children to have anger, social behavior problems in school. Cater News states that Erica Chappell from Bishop High states that students with rude behavior come from backgrounds where they receive little to no supervision at home. Celeste Lindo supports this, and she's a former student of Cummings Lodge Secondary School. She said that students misbehave to get attention. She believes that parents should communicate more with children because that approach can be effective to solve misbehavioral problems. So when the children get the attention that they so want, it results well for them. Now that we understand the importance of parental involvement in a child's school life, let's take a look at the correlation between parental involvement and child's social skills and development. Children may have social development and other health issues due to over-involvement or lack of involvement by their parents. The child gets anxiety and depression if they have divorced parents. UK doctors show that child's physical and emotional status as well as social and cognitive developments depends greatly on family dynamics. Children with two-parent families in the U.S. has decreased from 85% to 69% in the past 30 years. Nearly half, or 49% of couples divorcing in 2011 had at least one child 16 or under in their family. When children are in high school and their parents go through divorce, it can result in depression already on top of their anxiety from other things like school, sports, jobs. 16% of children in single-parent families experience a mental health problem compared with 8% from two-parent families. They have the higher rate. Social problems occur from a lack of guidance, including withdrawal, loneliness, lack of confidence, anxiety, depression, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and even self-harming. There's a strong correlation between parents' over-involvement and children being negatively affected by it. An article by Viewpoint shows that parental over-involvement includes parents writing their high schoolers' essays for them, taking over the projects because they believe their child isn't doing it right, ignoring their child's interests and investing in their own, yelling and criticizing their child rather than helping them, and they step in to solve their child's problems instead of letting them figure it out on their own. They expect perfection from their child. Overprotective and over-involved parenting is likely to lead to reduced opportunities for the child to approach new or potentially fearful situations. They're less likely to habituate to the perceived threat in situations. Children who lack communication with parents may have issues with social skills, commitment, and relationships later in life. Help.org.com shows individuals who experience frightening or broken emotional communication often grow to be adults who have difficulty understanding their own emotions and have trouble building and maintaining successful relationships. They have a lack of ability to rebound from disappointment and misfortune, and they find it hard to calm themselves. Clearly, there are some serious issues involving health that comes with parental involvement. Now we can discuss what parents need to do in order to avoid these issues with their student and what kind of parent they should be for their child. Children with parents that are authoritative turn into capable, successful adults. So this is the parent that you should aim to be. Psychologist Bobbie's study of 100 preschool children shows that there are 4 parenting styles. 3 of them, authoritative, permissive, and uninvolved, do not breed the best children. Authoritative parents, as expressed by the psychologist, expect their children to follow the strict rules established by parents. Failure to follow these rules leads to punishment. They fail to explain reasoning behind their rules. They just say that the kids have to do it because they're the parent and they're the child. These children turn out to be obedient and proficient, but they rank low in happiness, social competence, and self-esteem. Permissive parents have few demands for their child. They rarely discipline because they have relatively low expectations of maturity and self-control. They're more responsible than they are demanding. They're non-traditional and lenient, and they try to avoid confrontation with their child. They're nurturing, but they are more of a friend than a parent to their child. These children rank low in happiness and self-regulation. Problems with this is that these children tend to do low responsiveness and little communication. They fulfill their child's basic needs, but they are basically detached from their child's life. These parents may reject and neglect their child. Children lack self-control, have low self-esteem, or are less competent than their peers around them. The best parenting style is authoritative parents. They have rules and guidelines that they expect their child to follow, but they are more democratic. They're responsive to their child's needs and are willing to listen and answer their questions. The child may fail to meet the parent's expectations, but the parent is more nurturing and forgiving than punishing. They monitor and have clear standards for their child's conduct. They're assertive but not restrictive. Their discipline is supportive rather than punitive. Children are happy, capable, successful. They have positive behaviors and strong self-esteem. As we can see, a parent's involvement in their child's life can affect the child in many ways throughout their lives. Parental involvement in a child's life is very important and needs to be taken seriously in order for the child to grow to be successful and strong. We have seen the consequences of parental over-involvement and lack of involvement by looking at problems children have in school, the developmental and social issues they acquire, and how children turn out to be based on their parents' parenting style. Do you really want your child to feel like you don't have time for them? It may be hard for you to find time in your busy day to sit down and spend quality time with them. However, it is vital that you do so your child can feel loved, work hard, and become the successful adult and parent that you wish them to be. On the other hand, you need to help as a parent. You need to help them, your child, avoid stress and not be the cause of it. You can discipline and be part of your child's life, but don't overdo it and smother them. You need to give them space to make their own decisions and become their own person. Thank you.